What's good, fam? You may be thinking, what am I looking at? A bowl? This white package? Check it out, man. We're about to make some Jamaican beef patties. Obviously veganized. I don't eat no meat no more. Big shout out to make it dairy free for this recipe. The recipe goes for 3.5 cups of flour. That's just one portion. I'm gonna double it since I'm gonna be eating this throughout the whole week, so you already know what I'm gonna do. Let's see. So I'm doing 7 cups of flour. I'll probably fast forward this on the editing tip, but for now, that's what we're gonna do. I'm using all-purpose flour. I wanted to use some gluten-free, but just follow the recipe. Making doughs is not the easiest thing for me, so let's just follow it as it says, as recommended. Okay, that's 3. Okay, we have 7. That is 7 cups of flour. Close this bag so you don't get no crazy stuff. Okay, so for now I'm gonna do some sugar. I'm choosing to choose some cane sugar. Recipe calls for 1. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of organic cane sugar. That's 1, 2. That's what that looks like. Okay. Cane sugar. Turmeric powder. Now it says turmeric powder. I don't have turmeric powder, so I'm just use some curry powder, whatevs, for that yellow color. Okay, that's 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna rock with some Jamaican curry powder. I chose to go with the spicy. If you know me, you know. That's 1 tablespoon, so I'm doing 2. 1. It's incredible. You really smell that turmeric. It smells so good. A little spicy. Alright, I'm gonna do with, 2 teaspoons of salt. I'm gonna teaspoon measure right here. 1. That is 2 teaspoons of salt. And then, alright, now we mix with a whisk. There you right. Mix with the whisk. Make sure all the flour is well seasoned. No clumps in my dough. Okay, let that be. Now, for the fun part. This for the butter. We're gonna have to cube up this butter with a little bit of finesse. Okay. Now it calls for 1 cup per portion. I'm gonna do slightly less than 2 cups because this is all the butter I got, man. I don't got that much. Should have bought some when I was in the store, but kind of neglected it. I thought I had enough, but so be it. Are you still looking at me? Alright, I'm still in the cat. Still in the view. Ooh, this butter is sticky. Okay. Alright. Okay. It's coming together. Kind of melting with my body temperature, but that's alright. This is the Earth Balance butter. It's probably my favorite. I haven't really tried much else, but this has been my favorite so far. Really trustful, reliable. Some vegan butter. Alright, alright. Don't cut yourself while doing this. And then we're gonna fork it up to mix it up, you know? Okay. Okay. Ooh, I can smell the Jamaican curry. It smells so good. rich empanadas, or beef patties, as they may call them. We got some speed racers on the street. Okay. I'm gonna do just a little bit of this one, not the whole thing, because I will need it for the recipe. Okay, now it is time to stir this up. Okay, whole lot of butter. Whole lot of butter. Get some soap. Way too sound. Get my trusted fork. And now we're just gonna fork this until it combines. Right. Looking for a sandy consistency. See, might have better luck with the whisk. Much better. Or maybe not, huh? That is not working. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work. Butter's getting stuck all up in the whisk. That wasn't what I was looking to do. But okay. Oh. Don't want to get flour everywhere. Let me see if I can't just break it up with my hand, honestly. Yeah, it's probably my best bet. Okay. Much better. Use your hands, yo. As long as you're clean, not the wrong getting a little dirty. Okay. Get all the butter up in this flour. So when the water hits it, everything is cool, fine and dandy. Okay, we are getting closer to that kind of sand texture. Okay, most of the butter broken up. Get all up in this. Okay. Definitely closer to the sand texture. Okay. Now, for the recipe, I only called 1 cup of water because I'm doubling it. I'm gonna do. It calls for 2, but the recipe says when you're ready to add the water, which is right now, what you want to do is add 3 cups, 3/4 of a cup of water. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. So that's 1 full cup, which we will need. Okay. And then I'm gonna add half of this. Okay. I'm gonna use a spatula. This goes. Let's see. There was no baking powder, no baking soda. Just a little bit of love. And a whole lot of flour. Okay. It says mix. Just enough to make the dough. I'm sure you don't want to overmix this, but we will have to get this into a dough consistency. Again, you could probably use your hands. I don't know why they just want to use a spatula, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, I will need more water for sure. Okay. It says 1 tablespoon at a time up to this point. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. And I'm gonna just use my hands. It's my best tool I got. I really don't see why. Only with the spatula. Okay. I'm already at, what, 3 tablespoons of water extra? I believe so. Okay. Getting a lot closer to what the dough should feel like. Okay. I'm sorry if I'm not in the frame. Yeah, I am. I'm gonna add just a little bit less than a tablespoon. Okay. We should be good on this. That's a lot better. I think my dough is formed, honestly. see if the dough was formed. Definitely. Okay. Cover it. My cool little lid. Boom. Put that in the fridge. At least make it let it rest for 30 minutes. That's what the recipe calls for. But it gives enough time to prep all our veggies. You know, saute our whatchamacallit, our fake meat. And yeah, I'll be right back with that process. Let me just wash my hands. Put this in the. All right, man. Got my cast iron skillet, however you want to refer to it. Got it on medium, you know, straight up medium. It says medium low, but I'll adjust it as I go. I got about, it says 1 large sweet onion. I did like 2.5 yellow onions. Boom. You know, nice and chopped. Some type of uniform chop to it. Alright. Right there. Then we're gonna cook this for about 3 or 5 minutes till it's translucent. Alright, so no seasonings yet. Oop. My onions down. I want all my onions, yo. Alright. And you might be saying, why don't you show the onions being cut? Well, man, gotta save some memory space, bro. I like everything easy, you know. Everything already prepped up. I got my spices already measured out. Tremendous. That's how I like it. Get everything coated in the oil. I did put some oil in there. I'm not sure if I said that. You know, I'll keep the cast iron oiled up. And then we're going to just do this for about 3 to 5 minutes. 3 to 5 until it is translucent. Alright, so I'll be right back. And once we get some progress into these onions. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Alright, so it's probably been 4 or 5 minutes. Onions looking pretty translucent. And I'm going to add my garlic. Okay, so the recipe called for two garlic cloves chopped up. I did 5, so double it before, just a little extra. I love the taste and what garlic does for a recipe, so that's what I'm doing. Hopefully I did record. Yes, I did. I'm going to hit it in the middle for about just a minute. And then we're going to add our crumbles and green onions. Okay. Alright. Alright, yeah. There we smell the garlic. Let's get everything stirred. Tell you, man. Onions and garlic, man. It's the base of most recipes in most cultures that I've been seeing. Alright. Gonna get that cracking. Leave a little well for the beef crumbles. Now, I'm using 2 different packs. I'll tell you in a little bit why. Got the Morning Star. Boom. The Guardian. I'm gonna be asking myself, why am I doing this? Number 1 reason, I like variety. There goes my green onions. I'm gonna take this down for 2 to 3 minutes max. Okay. And also, one of the bags, I think it was the Morning Star, was a full pound. The recipe calls for 1 pound per portion, so, and the other bag was like 13 point something ounces, a little shy of a pound, so. Doesn't really explain why I did that, but still, that's my reasoning. Just a little bit shy of a pound on average. There we go. Okay. Get everything stirred up, mixed up, the onions, the green onions, the garlic, which is how I like to say it. Now I did buy the beef crumbles today before I made the video, so they've just been sitting out a little bit to defrost. Nothing major. It probably would benefit if you would defrost the crumbles before you start cooking. You don't want to throw a rock up in here super hard. Stuff like that. Okay. Alright, habanero seasonings. About 2 more minutes. We keep stirring. Not the most exciting thing. Break up the big chunks, which still break up eventually in the stock. Not a big deal. Alright, so far, so good. I'm digging the process of what's going on here. Okay. Wait till that heats up. Okay. One more minute, give it one more stir. In the recipe, they're pretty adamant about saying don't overcook this 2-3 minutes. You know, have it be that. Why, you ask? Don't know, but make it dairy free is pretty on point in the recipe, so I'm gonna follow what they're saying. Some real trustworthy people. Now, so it's been about 2-3 minutes. Not a big deal. Now, recipe calls for I think 1 habanero per portion. I did 3. If you ask, I like it spicy. It's gonna be too spicy. I don't know. I found out. All right, these are our seasonings. Like I said, I don't, portray myself as the expert here. I follow the people who came before me, and I shout them out. You know what I'm saying? It included some thyme that I see, some brown sugar, dried thyme, salt, black pepper. What a surprise! One thing it did say, all-purpose seasoning. I just started adding things. I'm not gonna buy all-purpose seasoning. I did add a little bit more of the jerk seasoning, or the Jamaican, Jamaican curry seasonings. You know what I mean? Season it how you like. Smoked paprika I added in there. Just things I already enjoy. A little bit of oregano, which was uncalled for, but I'm just gonna add it, bro. Nothing wrong with adding some good stuff. Season, stir well. So we're just literally getting everything incorporated. Make sure everything's, in a well balance. Not just one seasoning on this side, one seasoning on the other. Already, I can smell the allspice. Something sweet, something smoky. You see the little bits of habanero. I didn't take out the seeds, being that, like I said, I like it spicy. That's why I added 3 habaneros. And to be honest with you, I've never seen a Scotch bonnet in one of my stores. I will have to go search for it if I ever want to make some jerk chicken, veganized. But that's just what it is, Alright, I'm starting to smell the heat, the warmness of this. Make sure everything is incorporated. The green onions, I can see what they're doing here. Alright, now it says 1 cup per portion. Like I said, I'm doubling the portions here. Doubling the recipe, so I add 2 cups of the veg stock. This is what I'm using here. You can use whatever you like. I do my best to make it, low on sodium, not too high. Oh, be careful. That is 1 cup. And that is 2 cups. Okay. Alright, so now. Oh my god. Thought I broke my stock container. Now what we're just gonna do is just cook it for 15-20 minutes on a low simmer. It's still on the same temperature I left it at, where I started at. A nice little medium low. I will lower it just in case if this gets a little too hot, but it's looking all right. Just want to, cook down some of the flavors, and some of the seasonings and spices and the herbs to really bring out the flavors. Let it become a small little melody, and I'm gonna let it be. You know, I can see how you can do this with mushrooms, walnut crumbles, and the like. For today purposes, I'm gonna leave it be. 15-20 minutes. I'll be right back and give you a synopsis of what I'm seeing. Until then, I'll be cooking and washing the dishes. Peace. Alright, y'all, it's been about 15 minutes or so. One caveat, I did miss the ginger. Now, I think the recipe called for dry ginger, but I went ahead and just cut a little bit of piece of ginger and I stirred it up. Okay, most of the veg stock is gone, which means I'm gonna add my butter. Just like, what's her name? Julia Kitchen? Julia Caesar? She was a big French cook, you know. Shout out to her. Just a little bit of butter. Julia's Kitchen, I forget. Julia Roberts, maybe? Who knows? Shout out to her, though. Used to watch her on the Food Network all the time as a kid. But yeah, we're gonna add some butter. Let that melt up nice and good. Nice and wholesome and whatnot. Look at that. Oof. Just add a little richness at the very end. Alright. And because I'm basically done, I'm gonna turn off the heat. You can tell I did that by all the steam rising up. Slowly start cooling down. You know, my beef crumbles inside. Alright, looks like the butter has melted. Now, next step, I can add my panko crumbs, which I think is not necessary, but the recipe calls for it, you know. Okay, it says a whole half cup of panko breadcrumbs, but what I'm about to do is just, it says start with a quarter cup. Let's see these breadcrumbs, right? Pretty sure. Alright, cool. Making sure I got the bag full of the correct breadcrumbs. Alright, I'll start with the quarter cup. Alright, see what that does. Add and stir. And I guess the point of adding the panko breadcrumbs is to soak the remaining liquid. And that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. I'm gonna allow this to cool on the other side of the burner here. Okay. And we're just gonna chill out. I'm already smelling the warm spices. I think the ginger started to cook. Oh yeah. We're doing something right here. Okay. Good. Okay. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Okay. So I'm gonna transfer this over here. So yeah. See that mess? Oh no, that's embarrassing. Okay. And just to show you what I did, just switched it off of the burners. Allow the steam to rise and cool down. Shouldn't take no more than, 10, 20 minutes. Move it this way, move it in the middle. It'll cool down. It's not that hot outside, so shouldn't take too long. And I'll add the more panko crumbs if needed. But I think we're good, honestly. Should make a good amount of empanadas. If not, well, I have some leftover crumbles though. Alright, man. Give me a few minutes. I'm gonna get the dough ready. Some dishes washed. I'm about to chill, listen to some music, man. Give me a second. Alright, y'all, the lighting. Trying to get it right. Alright, okay. So it's been more than 30 minutes for sure for the dough. Pat this down. Okay. A little bit of this flour, and we get to rolling. Separate half of it so we can work with some type of even amount. Okay, that's that. Oh, flour everywhere. That's okay. Now I'm going to split this into, I'm going to try to do 12. I'll probably end up doing 10. what's good? What's good? Water out until I some type of log. Okay. Make it into even portions. Okay. Wow, this is looking beautiful. Okay. Okay. Let me cut this in half and start working with it. So it's technically okay. So if the measurements are right, I could do 12. I can do 3 out of each piece. Let's see. Let's try to do it with this one first. And if I don't get, you know, a total of 24 empanadas, I'm not gonna get mad or nothing. I just want to see if I can actually do it. So let's call it those thirds. A little bit more flour. Okay. Put these into a ball. We're gonna get going. One thing I read that said it has to be a certain, you know, thickness. Just roll it out from the center. Looks like a fish. Okay. Oh, I can roll it just a little bit thinner. It's malleable, that's for sure. So 6 inches. Just a little bit more. See if I can patch this up. I'm not sure if dough works that way, but let's see if I can. Okay, not too shabby. Okay, got my little bit of water ready to go. Okay, let's see. All right. It says 3 or 4 tablespoons, but I'm gonna try to go for just 2. Okay. And the lower half portion. Alright, my meat mixture is mostly cooled down, but let's see. Just lightly brush the edges with some water. And then we're going to fold over. Okay. Not the most prettiest, but hey, we're getting somewhere. That's for sure. No. Let's see what the fork can do for this one. Like I said, they're not gonna come out super pretty, but I would like them to be, you know, presentable. This is my one part of the kitchen that's been kicking my butt lately. Dough. Not the best at it. Okay, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Okay, let's not worry about that right now. actually really digging this one. Let's see. Still filming, still rolling. All right, let's get a little bit of water on the edges. With the fork, crumple up the edges. Kaboom! Not bad. Okay. For the last example. All right. Listo. What's going on, man? It's Andy tuning in. Super hungry. Been busy all day in the kitchen. Making these empanadas. I know the battery kind of turned off on me at one of the points, but I'm gonna show y'all how to do two. Put them in the oven. Woo woo woo. Check them out. Check them out. Ooh. Crack that open. I did sneak a little bit of cheese in some of these, so I mean, cheers, man. Got my salad. Gonna get my sushi today, but it's all good, man. Hope y'all cheers, man. Enjoy. Shout out to Make It Dairy Free for the recipe. Man, some Jamaican patties, bro. The melted cheese inside, different level. At first, I was like, man, this ain't spicy, but it's on the back end. I'm not sure if I ever had the Scotch bonnet peppers, but I know what habaneros are, taste like, what they feel like. They're a little fruity at first, kind of spicy, and then on the back end, coating my tongue in the back of my throat. Super good, super delicious. Take a little bite. The meat crumbles. Seasoned very well. I can see with the vegetable broth brought in a whole different level of like smoothness and velvetness to the crumbles, to the texture. I mean, all in all, pretty darn good. Could maybe use a few more veggies, but that's just me. I was thinking about making some mashed potatoes on the side, or maybe next time just sauteing some potatoes in little cubes, little small cubes, and adding that to the filling. That'd be tremendous. I could see going well with maybe some carrots, maybe some peas. All in all, man, I really like this flavor. Is it Jamaican? I don't know, but it tastes really good. The dough wasn't spicy. I had a good amount of that curry, Jamaican curry, not spicy. I had a regular curry to the dough, nothing too crazy. The count was a little bit off. I did 22 instead of 24. I could have stretched it out and made 24, but I only had a little bit of filling left, so I feel like that maybe the one bag being short 3 ounces really made a difference. There you go, follow the recipe out. But all in all, really good. I really wish, I'm missing something to dip this with, maybe some mashed potatoes or something on the side. But I got my salad, so I mean, it should be fine. But all in all, man, I'm super excited. Appreciate to Make It Dairy Free, both Larisha and I think Andrew. Shout outs to them. Man, I'm super happy, man. I made something, veganizing, something different. I know it's big on the East Coast, on like bodegas, little beef patties. So, super happy that I did it. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day. I have a pumpkin cake of some sort that I made. Shout out to Rainbow Plant Life, but I'll do a separate video on that one. And yeah, man, just gonna enjoy it. I appreciate y'all watching. Yeah, man. If you're watching, appreciate you. If you're cooking, hey, I appreciate it even more. You know what I mean? Doing something for yourself, treating yourself right, showing yourself some love. And yeah, man, I might eat this, do a little extra cleaning, enjoy the rest of my day off, man. I'll take it easy. Andy tuning in. Peace.